Should be good fun here as we start to hop into the mix. AsianJeff, Oliver OG positioned right underneath the Rift Island here, and you know what? You gotta give respects to AsianJeff and Oliver OG making that second appearance this weekend here, right? Continuing to show their strides as not only creators, but also competitors at heart.
It's the creator side, though, of AsianJeff and Oliver OG. If you guys haven't listened to their comms, I would thoroughly recommend it. A hilarious duo, but also an incredibly talented one at that. And I think that AsianJeff, Oliver OG, they seem to have the idea here. They don't have any eliminations yet, but sitting directly beneath the Rift Island, maybe trying to see if they can find or even generate their own opportunity to try and take out any teams that might be passing nearby, as Blake and Macwood just kind of strolling on over with these grapples. But they do encounter Curve and Zonda while they're rotating.
This is good, you know, so I think Blake and Mac would need a little redemption on broadcast here. They are inside the top 20, and you wouldn't really know it if you just judged it by the last time we got to tune in with them, which was game 1 on the Insta elimination against Bugha and Aviv. So far, they have been having a pretty wonderful showing, right? Just all in all here as far as their games are concerned. And look at this, even going as far as conserving material here. So really trying to continue to maintain the pace here and play for endgames.
Yeah, but Scoped and Tragics, we kind of touched on them, you know, at the top of this show about whether or not they'd be able to find that 160th or higher placement. And so far, it seems as though the lobbies have been very difficult to deal with, but Scoped, Tragics, doing everything they can to try and keep their lower bracket dream alive. Currently sitting in 206th place, though, as far as leaderboards are concerned. They just need to find themselves through a consistent end game, because a lot of these matches that they've played so far have just been eliminated, honestly, off drop.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. If they want to make any of the, you know, even the lower bracket, they have a good stretch to go. They're going to need to find their footing, essentially, right? In the back.
Strong.
I don't know, 30, 40 minutes,
game.
You know? Yeah, like there's like 30, 40 minutes left into these opportunities to queue up, essentially. We've been at it for quite some time.
Kind of just goes to show, though, the level that everybody is here competing up against. I know that we have tapped into enough of Peterbot and Pollo matches. You kind of get an idea of how things are going, but realistically, I would definitely say there is a lot of strong competitors in every single one of these lobbies. So don't just expect the big boys to be the ones swinging, because Scoped and Tragics, they might still have a couple of tricks up their sleeve, and if they do, oh, we're gonna need to see them Houdini it real quick, because they don't have much time left.
Look at this game. They're dead center right now in Zone 6 with a wonderful cachet of loot here right beneath their feet. They have 2 eliminations. I mean, this is the spot to be in. If there's time to do it, it could be here and now. Take a look at this quick elimination here. They find Mag on the backside of Zone. They make quick work. Scope tries to walk his way through the wall there in the tags. More than enough to go ahead and pressure the elimination. Another big dog here in the round, Chubbs and Bryce. 2 elims as well, not far off from the Legend Scopes there too. Great all-around positioning here for Chubbs and Bryce. If I'm playing the game, if I'm in this FNCS lobby, if I'm in this setting here, I want to be in this spot. Just outside the, you know, the commotion out the center mix, but not far enough to find players that are rotating on the edges. That's a great spot to be in here.
Definitely a position that they could look to try and control some of the lobby as well, depending on how some of these other teams are looking to rotate. There's the Roller. A couple of nice tags there. That Thunderburst SMG, and just continues to connect. The accuracy looking kind of nice here for the Roller, and every little bit counts when it comes to that surge damage threshold. Because now the Roller, Tabney, taking note. Some of these other teams a little bit closer situated.
Tabney's a funny one. he retires every so-and-so again and just comes back like it's nothing and just, yep, top 250 duo, no problem. No problem, picks the game up, naturally talented, just that good. Meanwhile, Macwood Blake, though, turning up the heat here. They got Ducky down, Encrypted down, 2 elims, big pickup for them. It's exactly what they were looking for. And the zone reveals itself, so it's pulling towards where Scoped was at. It's pulling towards where Tragix was positioned. Up towards the left side there. A lot of players still have to make a move here.
Look at this loot pile.
How do you pick what you want to work with? I mean, Nakwood's got a decision here. He's only got 17 bullets.
He had 5 shield potions at one point. Opted to go for the 6 small shield potions instead. I guess quantity does play in your favor at times. And Blake, I mean, I don't think he left those medkits behind, but if anything, I would expect maybe Blake is carrying the white heals while Macwood is opting to carry all the shield. This is a fun duo, though, to kind of tag along with. Bully and Darts. Bully, longtime player in Fortnite scene. Definitely been a little bit rough here in today's round 4, but at the same time, I think Bully and Darts are in a decent spot currently. They're not really drawing the attention of the rest of the lobby, and that's sometimes the goal when you get to these sorts of endgame positions.
Yeah, definitely. There's an eerie level of silence taking over the lobby right now, so you got to be careful as teams are starting to position up here. And there it is. Fights start to break out now as the zone pulls back. Hence the way they came. So if you overcommitted and you play for the bottom of the Rebels Roost, I'm sorry. You might have made a mistake there. We'll see. For AsianJeff, Oliver OG, finally now, they're starting to connect their shots. Doesn't seem like it's going to be a surge issue. However, they do need to likely pick up the mats there. Will they go for it? I think they're just going to be content with the spot that they're in and say, yeah, why risk it?
I don't think Oliver or Jeff trust that they'd be able to grab those mats and confidently make it back to each other in one piece. That's the problem, because look, you got Bryce Chubbs boxed up directly underneath them, just waiting for the slightest movement. There's now Macwood, Blake, trying to stay low. Macwood, though, when we talked about their plethora of shields and just options that they had at one point, still 2 shield potions left. So Macwood could get back to full shield if he wanted to, but instead, looking to make sure that he doesn't get pinched here alongside Blake. Some of these layers, especially that low ground layer, getting real active now. But Macwood spotted out the duo directly next to him and Blake on their current layer. And Blake and Macwood actually seemingly content to just sit tight for a moment, gauge where the rest of the lobby is actually going to decide to move.
Yep, time to get the hustle on here. Prodigy, Chubbs, and Bryce fragmented here. Chubbs so low. I like his all in all loot situation here. Grapple hook is going to make up for what he lacks in a duo mate. He's got the heals. He's got everything he needs to possibly put together a win condition. One thing to note, though, when we continue to glance over those leaderboards, we talked about, yeah, some of these lobbies may seem like a different caliber, right? You have some big dogs, you have some new names. But notice, there's not a single set of duos racking up 3 wins game after game after game. Getting a victory royale against the top 250 duos, regardless of who shuffled into your lobby, is very, very difficult. This is why we see such a widespread over the victories in general. Wow. Macwood makes a huge mistake, though. He should have known something was wrong once he got tagged up for Blake. He's going to have to make up for lost time here. I'm not sure how you do that, though, because Macwood had the bulk of the mats. He was the tarper, it seems like, here. This is a really, really tough spot for Blake to be in. Oh, find his way to Macwood. Okay. That's very close.
Genuinely incredible that Blake,
very close.
He's going to commit. He's looking to get that, and it's successful. He successfully brings Macwood back to life into the action. And Macwood, though, might be reconsidering how he actually utilizes that grapple from here on out, because it is amazing just how quickly some of these players get picked off when they go for those rotations.
100%. Well, we'll have to see how it ends up continuing to shuffle here for Chubbs. Chubbs is just trying to hold on right now. And again, I talked about me really appreciating the loadout for solo clutch, and I meant it. And he's continuing to prove just that he can continue to stretch this opportunity across. Sometimes it's all it takes, the right loadout, just enough material, and that'll ease up the pressure. Not getting possessed though, eyeing up the high ground here, showing that they're trying to play for a win, but Height team seems to be very much aware of the potential opportunity there, and looks like AsianJeff jumps into the Snacky duo here, and Snacky's hurt, but not hurt enough that he doesn't want to potentially finish the fight here. Tries to secure the material count there, but no, it's going to be all sniped by AsianJeff, and possibly the save for Oliver OG. So Snacky not really happy about that. Tries to fight back, tries to hunt down AsianJeff, but no, finds his way into a duo box with 2 more. It's not going to last long. Meanwhile, AsianJeff alive, scot-free.
Hey, AsianJeff, not only that, he's got 4 medkits with him. Aim's just caught looking the wrong way for a split second.
Man.
That's going to be another medkit. 5 medkits now for AsianJeff. He's just got to make sure that he stays alive, tarping like a madman right now through these mid-ground layers. Gonna go ahead and expend 1 of his 5 medkits, by the way, doing an excellent job not to get stuck in the back of zone as well. Just needs to make sure that he avoids all that congestion that's taking place currently in the back of zone. And Chubbs, again, just doing what he can to try and find mats. A little bit of Flowberry Fizz. Jumps, rotates a little bit further out than what he would have hoped for, and barely managing to stick on this low ground backside of zone. But again, it might just be the storm that takes him out. Only 6 HP left. And it's not gonna matter because he just gets absolutely trounced.
What? Scope just slid his way into the DMs right there and left like nothing ever happened. That was so clean. And he picks up tons of points in the top 5 in the process. Turns it around. What a shot. For me, that is the 1 HP play of the day. Stamp it and forget it. Respect to Scope there. Making lemonade out of nothing. Well played for him. AsianJeff, meanwhile, just marching his way to the zone here. He can see what's happening. The HP ticker. He's got 1 more med kit. So does the opponent. He's got much more to work with. Does he have visual cues, though? Does he know where this opponent's at? He's looking up. I think he kind of figured it out. He does have a grapple hook. Player jumps down. That's a mistake. You just gave Asian an opportunity. Can he get the win? It's going to be all or nothing. And 2 HP. He does it in the end.
Nah, AsianJeff is different for that one, man.